Howdy folks, Spencer here, and today I want to go over the latest batch of news for STO on both PC and console. As always, chapters are listed down below. First up, a reminder that the Star Trek Resurgence promo is now live, and from now up through June 6th, you can go into the promotions tab of the Zen store, and you can find the Star Trek Resurgence promotional giveaway there, free to claim, and claiming this will get you the USS Resolute skin for any of the Miranda class ships in the game. Again, this giveaway is just for the visual skin. You're not getting a ship here. So that is free to claim up through June 6th. Make sure you go in and do that because once that promo ends, they may never run this crossover event again. And alongside that, they have also announced another promo with Star Trek Resurgence, in which if you purchase Star Trek Resurgence through Steam or Epic, you're going to get a code that you can then redeem on PC for STO to get the Federation Elite Starter Pack, and that's going to get you one of those Miranda variants. So I'll have links to all that down below if you're interested, and again, that giveaway is going to be running up through June 6th. And next up, for those of us on PC, we have a 20% ship sale live right now up through May 27th. With this, that's a 20% discount on the individual ships in the C-Store, which is good to take advantage of. A 20% discount on the ship and dry dock slots, which is also fine. There's also a 20% discount on any bundles, which are comprised only of ships. I would continue to wait for a proper 35% bundle sale if you have any bundles that you're wanting to get. A 20% discount is nice, but those do go down to a 35% discount, and you'll save quite a bit of money if you continue to wait for one of those bundle sales. It's been quite a while since we've seen one on PC. The last was at the end of January of this year, so we're bound to see one of those bundle sales pop up at any week at this rate. And the final part of this sale is 20% off on the various ship upgrade tokens and fleet ship modules. For those, I would not really get those through the C-Store nowadays. The ship upgrade tokens you can get much cheaper through the Phoenix store during a Phoenix event, which I'll have a video link to down below if you want to learn more about that. And for the fleet ship modules, you get some of those free from your reputations, and they cost like 25 million EC per on the exchange. So I would just get those with EC rather than buying those through the Zen store. And moving on to the big news for today, we have the blog for the Delete Alt Control event, and we've got some nice artwork there showing the 3 different Borg factions that we'll be dealing with. And for this event, the rewards are even more substantial than we had first anticipated after that initial announcement. So I'll go over those in a second, but let's go over some of the basics here. This event is going to be running on PC from May 28th up through June 27th, and this is a seasonal event, meaning it is not part of the year-long event campaign, and with it being a month long, you're going to need to participate for 20 days in order to get the various rewards. And for those of you over on console, this season is going to be dropping sometime around mid-June. So this event will be starting up for those of you on Xbox and PlayStation when the Unparalleled season drops there in a couple weeks. And moving over to the rewards, do you guys remember how people were really excited about this just having a single Epic Phoenix Prize token? Well, it's even better than that. It turns out that completing this event is going to allow you to claim an Epic Phoenix Prize token for each character on your account. Every single character you have or that you make in the future is going to be able to claim an Epic Phoenix Prize token if you complete the Delete Alt Control event. That is a huge, huge deal. Now, I know some of you are thinking, could that be abused to get infinite upgrades? And there's already been comments from the devs on Discord stating that it cannot be downgraded to ultra rare. So you're getting an Epic Phoenix Prize token, but you're getting one that has a limitation in that it can't be downgraded. It has to be used on something in the Epic tab of the Phoenix store. So I think that's good on their part to prevent abuse like that. And for the player base, I think that this is a huge deal. Those Epic Phoenix tokens are so expensive to obtain normally, and the thought of getting just one had people very excited. But knowing now that you could go in and by completing this event, you could equip every character on your account with, say, the Domino, that's huge. So if you've been looking at some of these Epic Phoenix ships and you've been wanting them for a long time, then this event is absolutely something that you must take advantage of. And for those of us that have everything in the Epic tab, hopefully this signals that eventually we're going to see some new things added in there, like that gold Ferengi ship from a couple years ago. There's plenty of nice things that they could put in there, but hopefully we see some additions happen sooner rather than later. The next part of the rewards here is the Dimensional Hypermass Torpedo Launcher. We don't know too much about this yet. I think there's some more info down below, and that is, of course, an account-wide reclaim. The Type 14 Shuttle Support Squadron. So these are not hangar pets like some of us had hoped. Instead, these are a space distress call device, so it's also not a console. So it's going to work like your Nimbus distress call and all the others, where you just have it in your inventory and you'll be able to use it. And that is also an account-wide reclaim. And then we have the 500 Lobi crystals, which they do clarify here is just a once per account claim. So that still 500 crystals, that is really quite substantial for a single event like this. Now, to earn these rewards, you have to participate in the event for 20 days. And the things that you can do each day to earn progress are the new episode Situation Under Control, the prior episode Scorpion's Abyss, the new ground TFO Borg Battle Royale, and then the space TFO Guillotine. So of these options, the ground TFO will probably end up being the fastest. And there will, of course, be a buyout. They don't have the exact price listed here, but typically these seasonal events like this have a $60 or 6,000 Zen buyout cost. And typically, I would say those aren't really worth it. But if you happen to miss this event and you really want to get those epic tokens on a bunch of characters, then I think $60 would be worth it, because typically getting a single epic token for a single character can easily set you back $70 to $100 worth of dilithium. So I think this is one case where if you miss this event, the buyout would probably be warranted. And scrolling down on the blog, they go over each of the rewards here in a bit more detail. So for the Epic Phoenix Prize token, they list off all of the ships that you can get with that. And if you're looking for a breakdown and my thoughts on which ships are best, I do have a video going over all of that, which I'll have linked down below. Now, this blog does have some inaccurate information right below that, where they say that you can exchange these tokens down. There has been dev clarification over on the wiki Discord here from Pundis that the blog currently says you can do it, but you cannot. They made it so you could not downgrade them, because people would just go in and spam new characters to get infinite Phoenix upgrades, and they didn't want that to happen. So these event epic tokens are going to be locked to just being epic. You cannot downgrade them like the blog indicates. And next up, we have the Dimensional Hypermass Torpedo Launcher. Dimensional Hypermass torpedoes have a chance of siphoning off the target's subsystem power and shield capacity and granting it to the torpedo's source. They are otherwise mechanically identical to quantum torpedoes, though they deal slightly more base damage and have a slightly longer firing cooldown. This item will be rewarded as a levelless version and will be able to be freely upgraded up to Mark 12. So it's a drain torpedo. As soon as I read that it's a drain torpedo, my interest and hopes for this thing pretty much immediately vanished. And for the Type 14 Shuttle Support Squadron, this is a distress call beacon. And with that, you should be able to have this just slotted in your inventory. You should not need to actually put this on your ship. Having these distress call beacons in your inventory is enough to allow them to work. And this will summon in a squadron of 8 of the Type 14 Federation shuttles. These shuttles use photon torp spread to damage a group of foes, and they'll use Inch Team to repair you and your allies. And after 60 seconds, they will perform a tactical withdrawal. So I don't know how good or bad these will be, but these things work from your inventory, and at a minimum, if you're needing Inch Team applied to you and your teammates, then this may be a distress beacon you may find some use for. So, again, these distress beacons, they work great from your inventory, so there's not really much cost associated to using them. The only cost is that you can only use one of them every few minutes. So if you hit this one, you can't use one of the other distress call devices that you have. So it's another option that you're going to have access to, which is always a good thing. And there's not really any downside to having this just sit in your inventory. And to summarize the Delete Alt Control event, this is the single most important event that we've ever had in Star Trek Online. The rewards from it are just utterly insane. The 500 Lobby crystals is worth about $100, but the Epic Phoenix Prize token, that being for every character on your account, that is just enormous, because each Epic Phoenix Prize token typically costs you about $70 worth of dilithium to obtain when you're just opening Phoenix packs. So if you're playing this game on tons and tons of characters and you want to get those epic ships on those characters, you could be getting a value that is well over $1,000 from completing this event. So definitely make sure you're going in and getting your daily participation in. Again, you need 20 days of participation of the 30 days that the event is up, which is May 28th up through June 27th for those of us on PC, and it'll start up in mid-June for those of you over on console. And for the event options here, the Ground TFO Borg Battle Royale should be the quickest option. The other option for TFOs is Guillotine, which can be done fast if you have a good team. But if you're wanting to not have as much of a frustrating experience, the ground queue is going to be a much simpler option. And that's going to be it for today. The event rewards that we have upcoming with this Delete Alt Control event are really substantial, like I was just saying. So please let everyone you know that's taking a break from the game that they really should return to complete this event, because those rewards are just so impactful. But as always, thank you to all channel members and viewers for the continued support. See you guys around.